Hey everybody, it is LaMeel the Priestess here. Welcome to LaMeel Magic. Today I have the weekly tarot prediction for you for January 2026 through February 1st. And if you are new here, I do weekly and monthly prediction readings. We will have some pick a card readings for basically based on the topics that those who are members of the Lux and Light Sacred Circle get to vote on. So those will be added, as well as a lot of spiritually based manifesting and magic, everyday magic training videos here on LaMeel Magic. So if you are new to our little community, thank you so much. Welcome. Please click subscribe, hit the bell so that you get the weekly notifications. And I'm seeing that just in the camera. So let's get started. And I've actually picked from 5 decks. These are right now, my favorite. I really like these decks. This is my first deck that I've ever gotten. My favorite deck, if you are new here, is the Pharaoh. The Mystic Monday are the tarot cards that I use on a regular basis. Those are the traditional tarot. Everything else are oracle cards. Fairies are oracle based on the tarot system. So they have a card that corresponds. So it's 2 tarots and 3 oracles. So let's get started and see what angel wants to communicate with us this week. And this is Archangel Oriel, which basically says you know what to do. You need to trust your inner knowledge and act without delay. So a lot of you here are here because you do have some intuition. Um, you need to trust it. I'm feeling there's a question. I want to say, let me stop for a minute. Let's see. There is a situation. I want to say turmoil, but it's not really turmoil. There's a situation that those of you watching have in your life right now that you are focused on this week and throughout the week, and you feel like it is of great turmoil and tragedy or something heavy. And the key in that is that you feel that way. And I haven't seen all the cards yet, but that is the energy that's already here. Like, it's not as heavy as you think it is. It's not tragic. There's nothing massive, major, even going on outside of in your own mind. You're creating this. So on this situation, you already know what to do. Our gatekeepers are telling you, you have psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. So now that's 2 cards saying that you intuitively know what you need to do. Our Rebel card says, step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale, spirulina, they taste like ass, which they really do. Eat some yummy shit, some bacon, some chocolate, drink some beer, uh, you know, get some. And so, no, the Rebel deck is not telling you, kill your diet, this, that, and the other. It is what they're talking about is the extreme. Like right now, you feel like there is some massive thing that's going on, and you have to be a certain way for this to work out, right? Um, maybe you are spiritual and maybe you're doing like all of these extra spiritual rituals and I'm gonna lay these up here. Spiritual rituals and things like that, um, thinking that that's the way out of this. And so basically what Rebel is telling you is that that's not the way for the moment. Okay? It's not the way. Go out, enjoy yourself, relax, basically let loose. So let's see what our fairies have to say here. So that's our major card. We've got summer, autumn, winter, spring. All right, so one card is justice. So you're thinking about how something is going to be working out, what's going to happen. It says take time to review the details carefully because you win in the end, right? There is justice. The law is on your side. Like it's not, if you are somebody who, if the situation is court, the law is on your side. If the situation is like somebody's doing you unfairly and you guys are going back and forth, it works out in your favor regardless, okay? The law is definitely on your side. There is justice, and that justice is things working out in your favor, okay? We have the Prince of Spring, which says take some immediate action, a challenge that you can successfully manage. And there may even be a nice relationship in there. Set aside your concerns for now. Make a decision later. Solutions that will come from meditation, the need for more sleep, and a vacation. So these two cards right here, the Four of Winter is also saying set aside those concerns, right? This is kind of what the rebel was saying to you when they said step away from the crazy diet. Put it down. Go away. Walk away from it. Don't think about it. The solution will come. Meditate, sleep, rest, enjoy yourself. Have some fun. Okay. Um, Let me see what's going on over here. Our summer cards are about relationships. Ho, ho, ho. Um, Set aside your concerns. So everything thus far is telling you whatever your worry is for this week, it's going to work out. The worry and the stress of it is all in your mind. Okay, you are going to get a windfall of money, or someone's going to come in. You're going to have a very successful idea. Something's going to pan out for you financially this week. You will get paid. There will be money. Um, and you're going to have to determine who you are, what type of person you are. So one of the things that I learned when I was doing tarot for myself was that I was about 2 or 3 days ahead. Okay. So when I would pull my cards for today, they never really were for today. They were actually for like 2 or 3 days. And it was spot on, but it was always a few days ahead. Um, it has taken me some time in my own spiritual development where I now realize that I can collapse that time. So I can pull the cards for a few days ahead and I can ask for right now. But knowing that I stay ahead, I started journaling. So even though I pull cards for today, I go back 2 or 3 days, and that would give me like the gist of what was happening. So you kind of have to figure out energetically where you are. Are you really ahead? Are these readings that are drawn to you because your higher self is sending you here to prepare you, not necessarily for today, but or this week, but maybe for next week, right? If you notice that, like, oh, that's not really what's going on this week, but that is what was going on last week, or it is what's going on, it does happen the following week. Pay attention to those things, start journaling of these cards, right? Because this is a very general reading for a lot of people. And this is not a timeless video. My pick of cards will be timeless, but it's not timeless. So if you are here in this segment of time, then chances are it is specifically for you in this week or the following week. Okay. But journaling, and because it is general, like right now, there are multiple messages in this reading. So the initial cards that came up is all about this thing, that this situation that you feel really, really heavy about, that is weighing you down, and there's justice. Okay, it's resolved. You're making it bigger than what it is. Let it go, relax. It all works out in your favor no matter what. Okay, the second message that's here is that your money's coming. You're about to get paid, bitch. Like it's all good. Now this message right here, this is a completely separate message. And it says you need to take some immediate action because you do have a challenge that you can successfully manage. And I think that's related. But more than anything, the Prince of Spring is about this passionate relationship. The Prince of Summer says, so this is the Prince of Spring, right? And then the Prince of Summer is telling you a new relationship or emotional experience, compassionate friends. There's some type of relationship here that is that's a brewing that is ideal for you. And it's telling you that you need to open your heart to love, new beginnings, an intimate relationship, or the rebirth of a current one, right? And the awakening of some psychic and spiritual epiphanies. So this is message number 3 for this week. Um, there's a relationship here, right? And there's somebody that you can really trust, that you can confide in, that you have an emotional attachment to, whether it's a new person or maybe somebody where things kind of went sour for a minute and you're trying to rebuild that. The message here is to open your heart. So let's see, based on these 3 messages, what our Mystic Monday Tarot have to say. We have the Death card. We have the Chariot, which is inverted. We have the Justice card. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Nine of Wands. So let me just say here immediately, Justice. Okay, so it's speaking to that first situation. You got 2 Justice cards this week. Like, you're gonna get justice. It's all okay. All right. So that immediately speaks to what's been going on with whatever that situation is. The law is on your side and the scales are balanced. So it's keeping up a very what's the word, level playing field. And as long as you're taking accountability for your part in everything, then, whoa, what did I knock over here? Then you're all Gucci, okay? There's nothing else for you to do. There's nothing for you to worry about with that situation, right? It's all what it needs to be. So we also have the Death card. Excuse me. Which I really love. And no, you're not gonna die. This is all about change, ending and rebirth. And um, death has to occur for new things to come about. And I think that this plays into 2 of the situations is what I'm feeling. One is this relationship situation, right? Um, let go of the old stuff and open up your heart. But this right here, for you to move forward and get this money, you gotta let it go. It's dying. There's gonna be some ends. Something's gonna end. Something is not gonna work anymore. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a job. Maybe it's a situation that you're unaware of at the moment. But the fact that it's ending is a good thing. You need to clear clutter, right? Maybe it's something that you need to let go of in your life, in your house, in your car. Clear the clutter, get rid of that shit so you can move the fuck on, and that will make the energy of this situation flow in a lot faster. It's going to make it always clearing clutter and letting go of bullshit always helps money flow. Um, and by cutting those ties and letting shit go, it makes it easy for relationships, right? The Chariot, now typically it represents victory, willpower, and a nice steady inner drive. Excuse me. However, we have it inverted here. And I love these cards. They're absolutely so beautiful. They actually, I don't know if you guys can see that, they have the iridescent trim. Like my fairy cards used to, but my fairy cards, I have to say, are probably like 10 years, no, 5 years old, and I use them every single day for 5 years. So I will be getting an upgrade. But there's your Chariot, right? And so what this means is that you're directionless. You're roaming. You are kind of off course. And I feel like you're feeling like this because you're letting this get to you, right? So it's kind of throwing you off energy wise. You need to evaluate where it's best to channel your energy. And in this situation, it is not. In this love situation or in the focus on money and the gratitude of money is this week where you need to really focus your energy. All right. Our next one is the 10 of Cups. This is about wholeness, connection, and coming full circle. So that is telling me that this relationship that's probably a brewing right here, this is probably more definitely a rebirthing of a relationship. And it may even be a relationship of someone you really love, not an intimate relationship. It could, for some of you, be a family member that you had kind of you've been at odds with or something of that nature. Okay. But I think this is really clarifying this. So it could be, if it's an intimate relationship, it's the rebirthing, right? It's a relationship that is coming back. You've gone full circle. You kind of went through the clearing and the working through, karma and all the bullshit, and now you guys are like really, really able to unite. If it's a family member, perhaps was someone that just you had a good friendship with, or something of that nature. The point now is that you need to enjoy the time that you're having with this love in your life, right? With this person that you really enjoy. It's a really good time for you, that person. You have a lot of inner peace right now and clarity. And time is in your favor. So you're going to be given the time necessary to cultivate this relationship and to enjoy it and nurture it and watch it grow. Okay, so our next card is the Two of Swords, and they are kind of interlinked together. Here we go. The Two of Swords, and it's inverted. So there's a dispute. There's mental overload. I'm trying to understand. There's a current situation, right, with some type of dilemma. There's too much data for you to consume, and your mindset is sort of in overload. So this is all about this situation, right? You've got a lot of information, and you're in mental overload, worried about this. So this card too is speaking to this particular situation this week. But remember, even though you're feeling this overload, right? Justice, you know what to do. Walk away. That's what our rebel card said. Step away from the situation. You're feeling that overload, but we already know, we already see that the worry, the overload, like, it's a bunch of bullshit. You don't have to worry about it. So our last card here is the Nine of Wands. So, and it's inverted. So you guys are seeing it upright. Let me turn it. You're not really wanting to make some long-term commitments right now. There's some resentment going on here. You've got some fears that also are protecting you from moving forward. You prefer to kind of stay in your comfort zone. You need to make peace with your fear. And that too is playing to this situation that we talked about earlier. You need to make peace with that fear because you already know, like you need to, and you need to carry the energy. I know that I know that I know things are going to work out for me. I know what to do. I'm going to step away and follow my intuition and set these, concerns aside. Do that and let the money flow in, okay? And enjoy that relationship or that new connection that is coming to you this week. Excuse me. So that is our reading for this week, the 26th through the 1st of February. I hope you got some value out of this and that it really resonates with you. If so, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell notification because February's prediction will be coming out tomorrow and you don't want to miss that. And until then, any contact information that you need, anything that you would like to, any questions you'd like to ask, send anything, check out my courses, things like that. All of that information is listed below. That's my little kitty Midnight. He's over there sleeping. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.